sports. Here comes a return from the goal line. Oh, and there's a big hit right away. He is knocked down hard on the opening kickoff. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The man who traded green and gold for Viking purple, it's Aaron Jones. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to be 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. For an opener, Purdy to throw. He's got the tight end, Luke Farrell. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, and it'll go down as a loss of 2.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 29.
Kittle's able to secure the catch and bring up a fresh set of downs, and he was the only tight end in the entire league last year, Mike, to go over the 1,000-yard mark, and he only did it in 65 catches. Here's a guy that is a all-pro player year in and year out, and there's not a whole lot in this game that he can't do.
He'll go play action. Purdy. Got his man at the 6.
And I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it. And I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
Now a 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And now it's 4th down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Purdy to throw for it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down. A run. It's Jones. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This will be returned from just beyond midfield. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. To the ground, a 1st down run. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Purdy out wide to Pearsall on the RPO. And it'll be a short pickup, and that's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Finding his tight end, Farrell. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
This throw, left side, caught by Kittle.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Again in the air for Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. Here's third down and a few inches. On play action, here's Purdy. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
So, instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Okay, ready? Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Look wide, get this one complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
A gain there of 11. It'll be a Vikings first down. To throw, it's McCarthy. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On play action, here's McCarthy. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Vikings. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll begin here on the ground. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. They'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
3rd down. Purdy. Caught. This is Ayuk. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, and that will necessitate a ball to the punt team. It's 4th down. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, to punt. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield, and now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He was short when he caught it, but knew exactly where he needed to get to, gets there, and keeps the drive alive. In motion, it's Jefferson. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Minnesota.
There's nothing harder in sports than being a young rookie starting quarterback. So here you have J.J. McCarthy. We saw him accomplish everything there was to have in Michigan in college, and now he finds himself in the league trying to make the adjustment. But if there's one thing every rookie quarterback would love to have, Mike, it's Justin Jefferson.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. He's got a man wide open, the tight end, complete. And he will get into the end zone. Dalton Kincaid, touchdown Minnesota. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings extend their advantage to 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. coming up now for 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
So on 4th down, the Aussie, Nick Wisnowski, out to punt. The coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Oh, a loose football. The Niners have got it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are, and I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
A play fake. Now it's Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown San Francisco. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers are back within 4. It is 14-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He connects with Jordan Addison. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. We'll get this complete. It's Addison again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Throwing again is McCarthy. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, He's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
They'll run for it, and it's Jones. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down. Oh, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. It is brought in the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Reichard, good with the extra point. The Vikings are out to a 20-10 lead. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go now. Back to 60. Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Holding 17.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That's Jonathan Bernard busting in to record the sack.
Really nice job there by Bernard. And think back to last year, Mike, he's coming off a career high, 12 and a half sacks in 2023. Now he decides to sign with the Vikings this offseason. He's hoping to take this defense to another level, and so far, it seems like this marriage is working out just fine.
Gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, 49ers.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now give on the ground. And just a short pickup there to about 44. Here's 2nd and 9. Purdy works out of the pistol. He'll let one go downfield for Jennings. That is brought in. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
To throw on 1st down is Purdy. This throw left side caught by Kittle. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, 49ers. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
And now movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. On is Moody to add the extra point. Backed up because of the penalty, but no matter. The extra point is good. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And after parting ways with the Packers, Jones kind of surprised some by staying in the NFC North. He signs with Minnesota, and he joins an offense that is loaded with talented skill players. So if he can continue to be the playmaker he's been throughout his career, they've got themselves a nice young group here in Minnesota, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's McCarthy. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. Into space. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, San Francisco. Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. On 1st down, here's McCarthy. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Minnesota. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's also great if you're a defensive coordinator.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. He'll try to hit him with a screen. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And that'll set up 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Here's Purdy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. The drive stays alive. They got 23 yards on 4th down. They'll go play action with Purdy. He's going to look for the home run ball.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He's got his man. Completes a Pearsall. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll get about 5. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Purdy. That is caught. What a throw. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Pass over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. It's 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Reichard, good with the extra point. And time taken on 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And he's got it at the 1. Out of his end zone, it's Purdy. Now, look out. That ball is free in the end zone. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20. That is taken at the 10.